category it's in, and then stories about parents who had to use those medications with their children. I mean, it was extremely like a lot of information that was beneficial all in one place.
What a nice idea.
Yeah, and the last thing that we want is for a family to feel lost, whether, you know, it's someone who's 45 when they're diagnosed, or a mom who is dealing with a 2.5-year-old who's just been diagnosed, or if you're 79 years old. We really want everyone to feel as though they can come to us and we'll be able to help them. And, you know, with a disease that has over 100 different types, we're fortunate to be part of this organization that can supply that information to those people. So
what a nice idea. It certainly is. And what are some of the other events and fundraisers that you have going on throughout the year that the community could be involved with?
Well, we have the Arthritis Expo, like I talked about, the walk I also talked about on June 1st. There is a family day that we have for kids who have juvenile arthritis on June 29th. And then there's also a Jingle Bell Run Walk on December 7th. That's our largest event. It's a really great festive family event, and we see people who are serious runners getting out there and doing the, you know, USA Track and Field Certified 5K. We also see people who are, you know, just goofy and they just want to get out there in costume, and there are people who walk it too, so it's really for everyone. And one of the great things about the walk and the Jingle Bell Run Walk is that you can bring your dog. So I think a lot of people like that. We always have dog costume contests, so that's a big thing. My dog won last year, but I wasn't part of the judging.
Oh, how fun. Yeah, I did. I went to the Jingle Bell Run this past December, and it was a lot of fun, and the turnout was incredible. Yeah, you definitely had a wonderful thing going on there. So these are all great events to go to and be interested in. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Before we get ready to wrap things up, we have a few more minutes. Is there anything else that we didn't talk about that you wanted to mention to the community to let them know about arthritis, or ways to get involved in fundraisers or donations?
Well, I wanted to say we actually do have another event, which is how we really started our relationship with the McCulloughs after Ashley contacted us through our Facebook page. Which is Arthritis Foundation Western PA chapter. We were able to talk with her about Sean and him receiving the SAC backpack program, and then they were able to give a testimonial at our Bone Bash Gala. And it's a little bit of a different event for us. It's kind of fun. It's a different way to celebrate kind of Halloween tied in with a gala. There's silent auction items, but everyone's in costume and there's always a theme involved. So that's another event that's really great for businesses and people who are out to have a fun time to get involved with, and that's going to be on October 26th this year.
You have some really creative events, some good ideas. I could see why you get such a great crowd, because it's a great organization, and then also it's a fun theme too. Nice, wonderful. And is there anything else you would like to share with other families or other people dealing with the same situation you are?
I think just educating yourself and your family, because a lot of people don't really understand. You know, when I tell them that he has arthritis, I mean, first of all, they look at me like I'm crazy because they've never heard of it before, and then, you know, they watch him run around and be the way he is, and I really wonder sometimes if they believe me, because you know, he in spite of his pain, he often pushes himself because he wants to keep up with his brothers. But it's so important that people have an understanding of what it is and what it involves, and that it's not something that you can see. It's kind of an invisible disease at times. And I read a statistic talking about that, you know, kids with JA, they often don't know what it's like to not be in pain. You know, their pain threshold is so much different. You know, he could be in pain right now, and I don't know it because his pain, you know, tolerance is so high because of what he's experienced even at such a young age. So it's just important to educate yourself, educate your family, try to educate others, and be patient, you know, with families. If you come across someone whose kid has arthritis, just try to be understanding.
Wonderful.
The last thing I wanted to say is I don't think I got to share this statistic, but it's actually 1 in 4 Pennsylvanians who have it, and that is a true statistic here for Western Pennsylvania. So, you know, it's pretty astonishing, and really everyone knows someone who has arthritis. You know, no matter what age they are. But you know, we just feel so grateful to have been able to come here today and talk about arthritis with you.
Wonderful. Well, we were so happy to have you. We were so happy to have our star of the show, Sean. He's a great way to close the evening for Public Awareness Weekend. You want to wave? Thank you so much for being here. It was so wonderful talking to you, and it was so wonderful meeting you also. And you can learn more about the Arthritis Foundation at www.arthritis.org/western-pennsylvania.com. And thank you for staying with us for Public Awareness Weekend.